I'm KO, and you're watching Viewer Takeover. Shit, I'm out of arrows.
This is the Midnight Gamescast. We record every Tuesday afternoon at midnight, and then we bring it to YouTube every Wednesday as the weekly wrap-up.
So long ago.
So long ago. Yeah. Every Thursday is PlayStation VR Theater, and every Friday is Viewer Takeover. That's this thing right here where we let you, the loyal Gamecats, let you take over the show.
I just get so nervous you're gonna hit me.
You know, we haven't heard a single siren yet. I want to hit you. As always, I'm Brian. This is Jonathan. If you don't know who Jonathan is, go back and watch the weekly wrap-up, because that's where we explain who Jonathan is and where Jeremy is. Even though I'm still not sure where Jeremy is.
He's right over there.
And Michelle. And this is Viewer Takeover. But first of all, we want to thank NKO for that amazing introduction. Yeah. He sent it to us back, actually, I think the day Skyrim VR came out.
I like his bow.
I do too.
Preparation.
Poor dude's out of ammo. How can you be out of ammo in that game, man? I'm not even an archer, and I just take everyone's arrows because they don't weigh anything. You can't be out of ammo, NKO. We're on to you, sir. Thank you so much for that awesome introduction. If you want to introduce Viewer Takeover next week, well, you're out of luck. But if you want to introduce it sometime in the near future, send us a video to withoutparole@gmail.com. And keep it short, keep it simple.
Short and sweet.
Keep it sexy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But not too sexy.
No. Very sexy. I know how to create the little mosaics over the sexy parts. It's gonna be good.
Nice.
Yeah. But NKO isn't the only person we want to thank, is he, Michelle?
I would like to personally thank all these beautiful Patreon supporters.
Patreon supporters down there, all these great names. I recognize most of them.
What do they get, Jonathan?
Oh no. Oh God. How's this going to go?
I don't know.
For just $1 a month on patreon.com/withoutparolegames. Jonathan, what do our loyal Patreon supporters get for their $1 a month?
An exclusive video with one of the PSVR Without Parole game members talking about not necessarily PSVR, but any topic they'd like to talk about, I believe.
Yeah. The show's called The Litter Box, and we just let you into our life on a personal level. We talk
One
about
week
stuff.
at a time.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Also, starting last week, we started giving you MP3s of all of our podcasts. Again, for just $1 a month, you get a ton of shit.
Yeah.
We're going to give you a ton of shit. Listen, we also want to thank, besides our loyal Patreon supporters, we want to thank some people doing us justice in different ways.
Justice.
And that's, in the comments, you may have noticed that some people, starting with Matt the Game Cat, who used to be known as Beauty in the Decay, changed his name to Matt the Game Cat to show his loyalty, his dedication, his love for the channel, and I can't express my love for that enough. And I was totally and absolutely floored and shocked and appalled that no, not at all appalled that when Alex the Game Cat, Baz the Game Cat, Mr. Game Cat Canaveral, known to Gaseous the Game Cat, and Hot Cats, which I almost didn't even recognize at first because his name's only Hot Cakes.
It's a Hot Cakes,
and he changed to Hot
and you're
Cats.
like, wait a minute,
right?
Wait.
And so we just want to thank all of you guys for your love,
being awesome,
your dedication, for being awesome.
For being awesome.
That really is it.
That's so cool. And the trend begins.
Yeah, and if you want to shout out on next week's Viewer Takeover, just change your name on YouTube or on Google, whatever it is.
Oh, maybe I should change mine to Mama Cat.
I think you should, Mama Cat.
I think I should.
Yeah.
All right.
You have to legally change your name, show us the documents,
Oh yeah.
and you get a shout out.
Comment below.
Yeah, we will totally give you a shout out if you change your name to whatever the Game Cat or to Hot Cats or Mr. Game Cat.
You get clever. Yeah.
Do whatever you want. We
Do
trust
whatever
you.
you want.
We trust you with our lives. But every week on Viewer Takeover.
With our lives.
Yeah, no, you don't trust them with your lives, multiple.
We have 9.
You wouldn't trust somebody named Hot Cats with your life?
I would trust Hot Cats.
Yeah, me too.
I would say I have 9 lives as a Game Cat myself. But
I'd probably trust Mr. Game Cat Canaveral too.
I think in college I used up like 7 of those lives.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I'm probably down some too.
I've only got like 1 or 2 left. But every week on Viewer Takeover, We scour the videos, we scour the comments of said videos, and we pick our favorite comments, and then we read them right here. We add question marks where they don't belong because my word processor is totally garbage. I didn't actually save the document this week, so it's actually exactly what it's supposed to be.
Oh.
So, sorry.
Nice.
Sorry.
I'm gonna add a question mark anyways.
I'm just the ruiner of all fun. That's my title here at Without Parole, CEO and ruiner of fun. All right, let's take it away.
Asia.
Thank you very much, sir or madam. First one comes from Bloody Bobby X on the video Why We Love Arizona Sunshine. Well, you could just be fat. Bloody Bobby X writes, great content again, guys! Exclamation point. Quick question. Does Bethesda have any plans to bring Fallout 4 to PSVR? Also, Happy New Year? Okay, there's not a question mark there. He wrote Happy New Year!
It was more fun that way, though.
So this should be a pretty simple answer, right? No, it's not a simple answer.
Oh, no, I meant no.
No
VR. No Fallout VR.
No Fallout VR. Why is that?
I can't handle it. I can't handle the regular version.
Yeah.
On a PlayStation. I remember playing it, and every time I would get into what was it, Diamond City, or just outside Diamond City, it would lag down to like 15 frames, and I was like, this is borderline unplayable. Just imagine trying to do that on VR and the screen at the same time.
Exactly, which is what Des has been saying about Abduction since they promised us PSVR support on that. That game is like just a total mess on PS4. Yeah. Like it can't keep up with the frame rate, it can't keep up with anything. Like sometimes it crashes during transitions, and so we're like, well, they're promising us VR, but we doubt it's coming. Mm-hmm. So that's the common sense answer that you just gave us.
Yeah.
But like the PR answer that Bethesda's giving is we want to bring Fallout 4 to all major VR platforms, and that we are one of those.
Yeah,
we are a major.
Yeah,
platform.
That's true.
We are. But the question is like they had no problem bringing Skyrim VR over, right? But obviously Skyrim is a last gen game.
Yeah,
they took the PS3 or 360 code and they brought it over, and obviously it's not that big of a deal. Right. So my question is can they take the Fallout 3 engine or whatever? Can they bring Fallout 4 and like reverse engineer it? Right, so to basically make it a PlayStation 3 game, and then bring that dumbed down version, that low res version, into VR.
It'd have to be a really dumbed down version,
right?
But have to really work hard at bringing it down.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is like if they could do Skyrim, they could do Fallout 3, right? There seems to be no logical reason why they couldn't do that.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to see.
I
think New Vegas.
They did Skyrim and they did it well, so
yeah.
I prefer New Vegas. Because I never played New Vegas past the first hour.
Oh.
Okay, so like a brand new game for me.
Yeah.
But Fallout 3 is one of my top 5 favorite games of all time, so I would totally take that as well.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like if they brought us a dumbed down version that looks a lot more like Fallout 3.
Yeah.
It's like they could even get rid of like the base building mechanics and stuff. I didn't even like building my towns up in Fallout 4. That was like my least favorite part of it.
Just chop out a lot of stuff.
Just chop it out. We don't need it.
Yeah.
Comment below. Do you need that shit? I don't need that shit.
I mean, if it gets Fallout to PSVR, then I don't need that shit.
So the other side of all this is that why did we get Skyrim and PC didn't, and why did they get Fallout and we didn't? Right? Because they came out right around the same time.
Yeah.
And I think my general thought process on this is that as a smart business, Bethesda doesn't want to cannibalize their own sales. Right? You release Skyrim and Fallout on PSVR on the same day or the same week or the same month. And people are going to choose which one they want, right? And then maybe like 6 months down the line, they'll buy the other one on sale.
Yeah.
But that's not. But as a smart business move, they go, well, for 1 year, you get Skyrim, and everyone on the face of the planet who owns a PlayStation VR is going to buy Skyrim, even if that wouldn't have been their first choice.
Yeah.
Right.
And then next year, around the same time,
this is what we're offering,
right? They go, here's Fallout, and I'm like, all right, everyone's going to buy Fallout.
Yeah. Right.
I have a bigger feeling that that's the real reasoning behind all of this.
That's their gameplay.
I think that's the deal.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got the time to do it. It's not like anybody's really expecting Elder Scrolls, the new Elder Scrolls, to be coming around anytime soon. So
right.
Nobody's like, where's Elder Scrolls? Are you delaying it to do this?
So you're thinking like 2018? Like they're just gonna be like, here's.
I think like
Fallout.
Well, we're in 2018 now. And so I think right around November. Yeah. I think right around the end of November when it's plenty of time for all the holiday sales.
Yeah.
Yep. I think we'll get Fallout 4 PlayStation VR mid to late November.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That would be awesome.
I'm psyched about it.
I'd be down for that.
Also, you bring up a good point. Bethesda's not the one actually doing this.
Yeah.
They've got their own little VR port studio, which I hope we start seeing more of, because there's always like these companies like there's Blue something or another. The people who brought who like remaster HD versions and then they bring them to like new consoles. It's like so the primary development team doesn't have to waste their time doing it.
Yeah.
So Bethesda's got their own little VR port studio. It's like just keep throwing stuff at them, man. Like keep like hey, just keep bringing our stuff.
That's true.
They don't have to use any of their own resources to do this stuff. Fantastic, really good stuff. And also, we just wasted like 20 minutes on the first question, so we're gonna move right along. You're up, Asia.
Alrighty. So from Four Face Buttons, he says on the Why We Love Skyrim VR video, I get what you guys mean with Skyrim allowing a ton of freedom and a massive world to explore, but to me, that doesn't mean much because the gameplay is so bare bones. The enemy AI and combat options available have hardly evolved much since Morrowind, and every battle is handled the same way. I do not understand the absolutely insane amount of praise this game gets, not to mention the absurd amount of glitches and just general NPC wonkiness. For a 6-year-old game, and from a major company, is pretty inexcusable.
So I didn't have. I mean, I've played 30 hours of Skyrim.
Oh, yeah, about the same here.
I'm sure most people have played like infinitely more than us.
Yes.
In my entire 30 hours, I think my game crashed twice.
Yep.
Which I got to say I'm pretty shocked about because I didn't even think PlayStation VR would be able to run it, and it runs it perfectly. Right. I didn't really experience any of the NPC.
You're shocked how little it crashed.
I'm shocked that like I didn't even see any of the NPC wonkiness. I think one person was floating in the air, then was suddenly on the ground. I was like, oh, that's what people are talking about.
Maybe that's with the Pro versus regular.
Maybe.
Do you have a Pro?
I do, yeah. Well, recently I haven't played it since I got in the Pro.
You haven't? Okay.
No.
So how was your experience with Skyrim?
I thought it was totally fine. I know Bethesda's known for wonky games, or wonkiness in games.
Yeah.
But I didn't see anything that I was like, oh man, I'm not going to play this anymore.
Yeah.
Cause
this is an outrage. I'm out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But,
Word.
I mean, I understand. Skyrim's not a game for everyone.
Yeah.
I haven't played it since the VR version for that same reason, because it never totally appealed to me. I watched my college roommate play it throughout college, but I was never like ready to jump on the Skyrim bandwagon.
So you were also a Fallout guy, like I was.
I was, yeah. I love Fallout.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same exact boat. I would never have played Skyrim if it didn't come to VR.
Yeah,
I would just like left it alone forever. And people would be like, "This is the best game ever," and I'm like, oh, "Okay." And I can, if I try to put myself in the same mindset I was in back when I was playing Fallout 3 incessantly, and we're like, okay, well, here's like the fantasy version of this. I mean, I'm just not that much of a fantasy guy, but if I was, this would be the game for me.
Yeah, a lot of people are like my roommate who was playing Skyrim. He didn't like Fallout. He doesn't like that type of setting. So there's definitely a good amount of people who are into that sort of.
But this has really got the best of both worlds covered, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
If you're not in one camp, you're probably in the other.
Like the other one.
Smart.
So to answer Four Face Button's question, I mean, the reason all those glitches and everything are still there is because Bethesda's not doing these ports like we just mentioned during the last question. They've got a port studio who's not there to fix this game. They're there to bring it into VR. Is it inexcusable? Maybe, especially since here we are on the 6th version of this game or something. People are like, I've bought this game 5 times already. Why do I need to buy it again? Where's my T-shirt? It's a little strange that if you're making us pay $60 for yet another version of this, that they didn't clean it up and fix all the bugs. But again, I didn't experience any of these problems.
And they can do it. Yeah. They can put it out there and people don't care.
When you put the headset on, I mean, I don't have any screen on my TV for Skyrim at all.
What?
When I put the headset on
Nothing.
to play Skyrim, it's just all fuzzy.
That's strange.
The whole time. It's not like an in and out thing. It's just constantly nobody else can see me play Skyrim while I'm playing Skyrim.
But something's happening on the TV. It's just like a total buggy mess, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not Skyrim. That is the VR thing.
That's just VR. Because it hasn't happened on any other game.
It's a VR issue.
Yeah.
It happens to me, and so when I'm trying to capture gameplay footage, for reviews and stuff, I gotta constantly lift up the headset and make sure that it still looks good on the TV.
Right.
Because every so often it can just totally glitch out, and you see this double image that's sort of interlaced with each other.
That's weird.
And it's a total mess.
Yeah.
And
I haven't gotten that at all.
It's just weird that
it's very strange.
only on Skyrim for me. So that's just curious.
Yeah.
It's not happening in the game, so I don't mind, but, you know, it doesn't affect me as much.
At that point, you just turn off the TV, no one's watching.
That's pretty much what goes down, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully...
I got the headphones on anyways, I'm good.
Hopefully Sony can issue a patch for that, and I'm glad it's not affecting everybody. You said it didn't happen to you.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Excellent. So yeah, 4-phase buttons, not a game for everybody, obviously. In VR, I feel like it became a game for many more people. But, you know, I don't know. The absolute insane amount of praise this game gets for me in VR is because I never thought that VR could, or PSVR could even handle
such a game.
So I'm just impressed by that fact. Right. Everything else, I don't know. I'm not too concerned about it. Right. But I'm sure there's a ton of people out there like him.
Yeah, and there's nothing else like it. What else are you gonna play?
Not gonna please everyone.
You can get a Vive and play Fallout 4.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
There you go.
All right, you're up, Asia.
Scruffzilla.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that name
Scruffzilla the Game Cat would be even better though.
Scruffzilla the Game Cat.
Just saying.
It's got a ring to it.
I'll just say so from Scruffzilla the Game Cat, why we love Arizona Sunshine.
Yeah, well, this is a popular episode.
Right. Brian, a question for Brian, Jeremy, Michelle, and / Des.
Or Jonathan.
Sorry.
Jonathan. I was getting there.
Thank you very much.
Yes. What are your guys' favorite game franchises? Non-VR franchises are accepted. LOL. Just curious what series you guys are big fans of. Thanks for always providing awesome content. As soon as I get my unused gym membership canceled, I'll be funneling those funds to the Patreon. Don't we know it?
It's an anti-New Year's resolution.
Right? This channel and
just
community
throwing in the towel.
are amazing.
This is being honest.
I like it.
Right?
I do.
Yeah.
Let's not kid ourselves, guys.
2018.
We're all gonna
the gym.
My New Year's resolution is to let's all get fat together.
Perfect.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, Jonathan, you're our guest. Why don't we let the guests go first?
Let's see. Final Fantasy, for sure.
Ooh, best Final Fantasy game. Best core Final Fantasy game. None of this tactics bullshit.
I really, really liked 15, even though people didn't like it.
You liked 15?
Yeah. I love the combat. That's probably one of my favorite combat ever.
Really?
Nice.
As simple as it is. And probably 6.
Like 6 is like a masterpiece.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or so says people that I know. I've played like the first hour of it and been like, I can't wait to get back to this, and then I never do.
Yeah.
What other franchises?
Shin Megami Tensei.
Nice.
I like a lot. Even though I haven't played Persona 5, but I played a lot of 3 and 4 and Nocturne, and the first one on the NES. I actually played that. Yeah, I played an emulator of that for probably like 20 hours.
Damn.
And then I was like, I can't do this anymore.
I gotta say, Persona 3 was like crack to me.
Yeah.
It was like an addiction. Persona 4 I never got into, which I totally should have, and then Persona 5 I promised myself I'd get into, and then
they're just so long.
Well, in VR.
Yeah.
VR's
that's
a thing.
True. You got obligations.
If Persona 5 was in VR, oh my god, please make that happen.
Yeah.
You're not the first person to say that either.
They give you the dancing one.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what you get.
Dancing all night. Wait,
I'm so
wasn't
curious
that just on the
because I
Vita?
haven't.
Yeah, but they're releasing new ones.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't touched the Persona 5, and I'm so curious because you're so obsessed.
You can take mine. It's fine. Is it there?
Right.
It's not right there.
It's not behind me.
There.
It's not where it normally is.
Oh no.
There you
It's
go.
not where it normally is.
I gotta say Resident Evil.
Okay.
Resident Evil has had its highs and lows. But it's come back with Resident Evil 7 in the best possible way it could be. Not only in VR, but also like a first-person game that feels just like Resident Evil 1. The item boxes, the music, the tension that I felt with those games. It's amazing. More downs than ups, I think, in the series.
What do you think about the lows, though?
So interestingly, I think Revelations is like okay.
Yep.
It's like a suitable replacement for the time that we didn't get a good Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
I'm actually a big fan of the Gun Survivor games. So like there's Resident Evil Survivor on PS1, which is total trash.
Yeah.
But on PS2, you can play with a gun con. I think they called it Dead Aim. Ooh. And it's like a third-person light gun game.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That sounds pretty fun.
Excuse me. I told you I was getting sick, and now I think I really am. So, and then I played a Resident Evil Gaiden on Game Boy Color.
Huh.
And I actually loved that game. No one else on the face of the planet does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like 5 and 6.
What?
Yeah.
What?
As weird as it is, I just love third-person games like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like they're good third-person action games.
Yeah.
But they're not good third-person Resident Evil games.
Nobody liked the Resident Evil Game Boy?
The
I never read
Resident
that
Evil
one.
Guide, the one on the cruise ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not many people. No.
Not many.
Wasn't a
Interesting.
heavy
Did you
hitter
play
in the franchise.
I played a little bit of it.
Yeah.
I loved the Game Boy personally. I mean, Pokemon's definitely like
Yeah.
on my top of this answer alone. Because of Game Boy.
Wait,
So.
best Pokemon game. And there's so many of them.
And there's
It's just
so many.
impossible. Like Pokemon Snap, or do you like just the RPGs?
No Snap.
What about
Actually, no Snap
Colosseum?
at all.
Sapphire.
Just the RPGs.
Which one's Sapphire?
I know. Now I'm
It's
trying to think.
the sapphire colored one.
Is it for Game Boy Color? Game Boy Advance? I can't even keep track of these things.
Yeah.
I know there's been so many now at this
Probably
point.
you probably got it in here somewhere.
Right.
My collection is surprisingly low on Pokemon.
Okay, well.
Right.
Yeah.
It's actually Pokemon Go. No.
Oh man.
So remember when we started playing that?
Yeah. Oh, we were
It
obsessed.
first came out, Brian and I would just go to the park, like before, after work. We would actually be at work.
Yep.
We'd have tables, we were both servers, and we would leave and go out into the alley and just walk
Walk
around the building
looking
just
for
to
Pokemon.
try to look for Pokemon.
They're out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'd
Come
go
back
to
and be like, I wonder if our table needs us right now.
and we'd get out of work. We'd get out of work at like midnight. And we'd go to the park
Yeah.
and there'd be like 100 other people in the park playing Pokemon Go at
Oh, it
like
was
1 o'clock in the morning.
insane. On the way to or from the gym,
Oh,
I'd
we
be
used-
like,
remember
"Can
when
you
we used to
pull
go to the
over?
gym?
Can
That
you
was
pull over real quick just so I can catch this?"
Right? I drive down the street really slow so she would catch Pokemon. There's a Pokemon stop coming up. Slow down.
Stop.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Pokemon.
Pokemon
Pokemon's-
Go was a phenomenon because I never liked mobile games
Yeah.
ever.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And so this was
Not-
it was one of
not at
my
all.
favorite games. I think I awarded it the best game of 2016.
Wow.
Yeah,
It was a hit.
it was
Yeah.
a hit.
People
And,
love that.
Yep, and for me it was just ridiculous.
But it was a hit for this period of time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like we.
But I spent more time with that game than I did any other game that year.
It's true. Yeah.
And I played a lot of other games that year.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You played
Wait.
the Animal Crossing game that came out?
Is it for
No.
iOS?
Yeah.
No, I did not play it.
No.
And I
We
should
play
probably stay away
anything
from it.
for-
People are going hard on that too.
Yeah, I should stay away from it. I
Oh,
don't
there was
want
that Mario game
yeah.
that I did end up downloading, playing all of that.
I wasn't a fan of that.
The
And
runner.
it was
Yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
play. Well, I did it just because I'm also a huge Mario fan. But yeah, that was like.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch showed up in the mail today.
Ooh,
Did it?
Yep. Very excited.
nice.
I'm actually kind of excited that there's no PlayStation VR games to tackle
Yeah,
this
right?
week. I might get to spend some time with my Switch. Did you have another answer, or are we moving on?
We're moving on.
All right, then I'm up, Asia. This next one comes from Dave Cena on the Eagle Flight Review. Whew, that's an old one. He wrote, "This is a horrible review." Thanks, Dave. I love you too. What are the modes you can play? Is it single player? Does it have multiplayer? How do these modes play out? Okay, the answer to this question is totally irrelevant. I actually gave him a detailed answer on the comment itself, and I was like, "Listen, dude, I'm like, this was like a year
It's
ago."
such an old review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And the crazy thing is, if you're like Brian, are there any differences? Like, if you didn't give me the ability to go back and watch my old reviews, if you said, are there any differences between the reviews you put out today or the ones you put out a year ago? Is there a difference? I would tell you no. Like maybe I like speak with a little quicker.
Yeah.
And maybe my editing's improved a little bit.
Right.
But oh my god, I would never expect a review like this to have come out the way it did. Like I look back and go, Brian, what the fuck were you thinking? Like these are
So it was a horrible review.
I didn't think it was that bad.
some of them are pretty bad.
Yeah.
This one might have fared better, but like some of them are just bad. And the deal is that like I just want to remind everybody that we don't get paid for this. This isn't like a thing we do professionally. This is something we do because we just fucking love it, right? So like you're growing as we grow. We're all growing together as a community, and I'm just growing. I like to see the word growing. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, but like
We're all plants.
but I hope that like every single episode of the podcast, I hope that that we're getting better as podcasters, and I hope that every single time I do a review that I'm getting better as a reviewer, like that my writing's getting better, that I'm like able to critique the game better.
Learning process.
It's a learning process, and you guys are just on the ride with me, and unfortunately that means that you can go back and see the beginning of the ride and see that it was a little bumpier than it is now.
All
Right.
documented
All documented. And the problem is
Everything
that,
is on film.
in 720p.
Oh no.
right? I talked to Des. I was like, man, not only do we have all these games that we've never reviewed and we
Right.
need to review now, but there are also these other games that I
Yeah.
did review and maybe need like an overhaul. Maybe we need to go back and re-review some of these. So I apologize if some of the old reviews are not up to snuff, but you're along for the ride, and we're thrilled that you're here with us. And that's all I wanted to say. That's the only reason I brought that comment up. I'm not trying to give Dave Cena any shit here, although he could have been nicer. Right? All right, you're up, Asia.
Alrighty. This is from George DLR on the Why We Love Arizona Sunshine podcast.
Wow, you really need bigger font.
He says, I have 2 questions.
2 questions.
How many PSVR games do you guys own, and what game do you regret buying?
Excellent question.
Yeah.
How many PSVR games do you own?
I counted, and I have 30.
Nice.
So not too much, but
I mean, that's like
enough.
It's about a quarter of the ones that are out there.
Yeah.
25%.
I usually wait around for sales. That's
Smart.
why. And I'm picky about things. So.
I usually wait around for Brian to buy them for me.
That works too.
So I've probably got about 40. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get into that a little bit more during the next question. I own all of them except for Tomb Raider. That's the one I never got around to trying, never playing, because I didn't want the Rise of the Tomb Raider game proper. I didn't want to just buy the whole game just for the VR segment. So I think other than that, I played every single PlayStation VR game out there, and I own them. And I will say that I've bought about 90% of them myself. Review keys don't come through as often as you'd expect them to from the developers, and when they do, usually it's after I've already bought them.
Yeah.
So usually
and I hand that off to you or Jeremy or Des,
yeah.
and then I end up buying more copies for you guys later.
As for regretting things, Kite Master.
Oh, Kite Master.
I regret buying that.
Yeah, you should watch my Let's Play first.
I should have watched your Let's Play.
Yeah.
I woke up and it was so cheap that morning, and I was like, "Oh, I guess I'll give this a go."
Been dying to
And
fly
I
a
was
kite.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Yeah, Kite Master could have been a lot worse, but it could have been a whole lot better.
It could have been a lot better.
That seemed terrible.
Yeah, it's only $10, luckily.
Yeah.
Was it? I think it might have been on sale that day too. I don't know.
It doesn't
$8.
matter.
I don't know. I gotta say that like there's 2 games that really stand out to me that I regret buying, and I don't actually regret any of them because like part of what I do is play them for you guys, so you don't have to buy them. But Perfect pissed me off because I was like, here's a vacation simulator where like I get to stand in one place in pretty low res VR environments.
Yeah.
And I was like, and what do I get to do? Oh, I get to throw this rock into the water. Like,
Ooh.
give me other things to do on my vacation other than stand there and throw rocks.
Did you
or snowballs.
skip
Pretty
it?
fun.
Can't even skip it.
Just
Oh,
a lob.
come
Tried to skip
on.
A gentle lob.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I tried probably for 20
Yeah.
minutes to skip stones and I could not do it. There were fish. They didn't seem to react much to said stones. Tried to kill the
Some
fish.
ballsy fish.
Can't kill the fish. It's very
Okay.
strange.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I doing on this vacation if I can't kill fish? But it made me want more from that, especially since they were like, oh, and do you want some music to listen to on your vacation? I was like, yes, I do. Perfect.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, put on Spotify. And I was like, they actually suggested put on Spotify and listen to music. I was like, that's not the solution.
Wait, like they didn't give you
Right.
the music. They were just like,
Put on Spotify.
you want this? Turn it on yourself,
You have an
damn
iPod,
it.
right?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that was their suggestion.
Oh, man.
I was like, do you want to play a better game? Play something else. That should have been in the description.
Right.
Also, besides that, it was the Martian VR experience.
Yeah, I remember when that happened.
Because not everybody
actually.
knows this, but when that game came out, it was $20. It was not the $10 you're asking now, which is still overpriced. It should be like $2. $20. I think I finished it in about 40 minutes or something.
Frustrating.
You watched me play the whole thing.
I watched
and
you
then the
play
credits
the
rolled. And we were
entire
both like,
thing.
"What the fuck just happened?"
I think my jaw was dropped the whole time, being
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, this is terrible."
Really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad. That was one of the few that I've been like, thank God I bought this so no one else has to. Do you have any regrets on PlayStation VR front?
I don't think I have any regrets. I mean, I'm so picky with what I'm buying.
Right.
Usually I've watched like your live stream and like the review by the time I buy it, so I'm like, it's worth
Yeah.
even just dabbing my foot in.
So you're already one up on Jeremy.
Yeah.
That he watches the channel.
Yeah, that he watches. the
Oh, Jeremy.
He's one up on Jeremy because he's aware that PlayStation VR is a thing. Sorry. Like, hopefully, I wonder if he's watching. Jeremy,
He is.
are you watching?
He is absolutely watching.
Comment below if you're watching. We're waiting.
We're waiting.
Okay.
Go on.
No regrets because you wait for sales. You do the smart thing,
Yeah.
and when they have sales, they're like amazing. Like
Yeah,
half price.
Half price, even more than that usually.
That 1 year anniversary sale, man. I feel like everybody dropped like hundreds of
Yeah, it
dollars.
was nuts.
Yeah. All right. So who's the last one?
I think me.
Yeah, you're up, Asia.
Right. Poseidon SS.
Oh, I don't know what video this was on. I just didn't even.
Hashtag viewer takeover.
Oh, that's a thing.
There it
Hashtag
is.
viewer takeover.
I'll let you know. Let me preface this question by saying this is just an out of curiosity question. And I completely understand if you guys don't want to answer.
I'm still stuck on preface. Keep going, preface. You've got such a preface. Who's got a preface? Oh man, I'm getting my ass kicked for this one.
Yup.
Moving on.
Are those sirens I hear?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Pretty damn sure.
I think I hear them.
I think we're having a sirenless episode.
Sir-
Episode. Yep.
Okay.
It's gotta be Jeremy. He brings him with him.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe that's true. Maybe
What
they're
was that?
looking for him every time.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
I think we found them.
But anyways, what do you guys do with all the Patreon money? Do you save it? Do you use it to buy equipment or games for the show? Maybe nice new tables, LOL. Split amongst the whole Gamecast crew, or something completely different?
I guess I should handle this one. It goes directly into my bank account. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
I'll answer this one.
Thank you very much.
Here's the thing about the Patreon money. It all goes to me, John, and I buy food with it. Thank you.
What kind of food?
Cut the episode.
Anchovies. Anchovies.
Anchovies.
Anchovy tails, yeah.
Yes, only.
Yeah, so what do you do with all that Patreon money, Brian?
So I take the Patreon money and I combine it with the YouTube ad revenue, and it makes up for all of the time I don't go to work. I figured it out, and by working on this channel, I actually I give up 1 to 2 shifts a week at work, and I do that every single week. And after 4 or 5 weeks in a month, it actually averages out. The Patreon money only supplements the income I don't get for going to work, and so no one else on the channel gets any money. I do my best to buy things when necessary. This is the 3rd mixer we're on, and I do try to buy games for everybody when possible. It's not always possible. When Skyrim came around, I was like, guys, I can't spend $240 on Skyrim so that everyone can have a copy.
That was a big hit.
That was a conversation. I was like, everyone's going to buy their
Sometimes
own.
the mics break.
So the mics break often.
Yeah.
This is
More
the
often
only.
than
This
you
is the
think.
only original one.
Yeah.
I can tell because it's got a black mark on it, and
This
it's
was
on its
broke,
way
like,
out.
twice,
Actually,
probably. I don't know.
yeah. So things happen. I'm constantly having to buy things for the channel, and I try not to make a big deal about it because that's what the Patreon money's for. Hopefully, one day, I think we've talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
When we hit a certain amount pledged monthly on Patreon, we want to make it worth your while. We want to make it worth everybody's while. I want to be able to pay everybody that works on this channel. I want to be able to like divvy up the money properly. But right now we're all just kind of breaking even, or I'm breaking even, so I can't pay you guys.
Yeah.
So that's the deal. I would love at some point to be able to pay you and Des and Jeremy, and then we can all like spend more time doing this than whatever it is we normally do outside of this room.
Luckily for you, we all very much so enjoy what we do here, regardless. So.
And that was sort of the point of all of this. When we started the channel, and when everyone joined, at different times, I was like, "There's no money to be made. This is all just for fun. Like, we can't expect this thing's going to take off." And it's sort of slowly taking off.
Yeah,
And
we absolutely did not expect that.
Pretty quickly taking off.
Pretty quickly in the last
10,000
year.
That's a lot of people.
10,000 is a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're very happy that like this is actually becoming a thing, but that means that these conversations about Patreon, about money, are going to be happening a lot more often and more frequently. And the answer, hopefully next year at this time, is much different than the one I just gave.
Right.
I really want to have a Monday to Friday morning show, a live stream morning show where we just talk about the video game news of the day.
Show so bad.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Right. And,
it would.
And when we can finally stop waiting tables or whatever it is that we do for a living and do this for you guys full time.
Yep.
It's going to be an amazing time of our lives. It already is an amazing time of our lives because we can't believe we're even where we are. So I'm not singing that song with you. But for just $1 a month on Patreon, maybe we will sing it for you in a Letterboxd episode.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Probably not.
I pay $1.
I don't know. That's pretty much it. Jonathan, thank you so much for filling in this week on in Jeremy's absence.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me.
We hope to have you back sometime soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Michelle, thank you for showing up as you normally do.
Oh, thank you.
We appreciate that. Jeremy, thank you for
having
watching.
me.
Appreciate you.
Go play Super Hot.
Go play Super Hot.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Hard.
You own it now.
You do own it. And 2 Move controllers. You promised everybody 4 weeks
promised.
ago. All right, that's pretty much it for the Midnight Gamescast. I'm Brian. That's Jonathan. This is Michelle, and we'll see you next week. Curious.
Bet he loves it.
Curiosity.
I hope so.
10 out of 10 on the dev scale.
Nice. That does scale.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You took your socks off?
Yeah.
All right.
Why?
I don't know.
I take my socks off every single episode.
Do you?
Every single episode.
Even I knew that. I'm just kidding.
I should know this.
I feel like you should know this too, because then I sit here and I put them back on every single episode.
Do you do it gradually throughout the episode, or do you do it right as before we start filming?
When I sit down. As soon as I sit down.
Every episode.
Every episode.
This is the weirdest fucking bonus footage I've ever had.